What's up, y'all? Hope y'all having a highly vibrational day. Let's just get into the video. This video is about my problem, or personally, I think the problem with the older generation. The older generation always be talking that shh. They always be talking that shit. The younger generation, millennials, Generation Z, them people, them type of people, we don't really complain about the older generation enough as we should have. And they've been walking around, acting like they own something, acting like they doing something. But really, we just don't talk about y'all as much as y'all talk about us. This video, I'm finna talk about it. So let's just get straight into it. So number one, y'all don't listen to the younger generation. When younger people talk, older people ears are closed. They just they don't listen. It's like the older you get, the more ignorant you get, because you're more set in your ways. You're more stuck on the same vibration. Your vibration becomes more stagnant. A lot of older people are stuck in the same mindset that they had when they was 20. Anytime a person like me, person younger than me, person a little bit older than me, anytime they say something that you can actually pick up upon, that is actually true, that is actually may help an older person's life, they just don't listen. See, that's why I stopped talking to older people about, health and health, things that are good for them, exercise, working out, vibration, frequencies, things like that. Unless I feel like you in tune, but I just like y'all not. And I just kind of just stopped talking to y'all about that, because y'all just so stuck in your ways. It's like literally I'm talking to a brick wall. As soon as a younger person peeps something out of their mouth, it's like, damn, you just don't even listen. So that's one of the problems. Y'all don't listen to the younger generation at all. And I made this one number one because if you're an older person, you already gonna click off the video. Into it, thinks experience equals knowledge. It's true that the longer you live, the more experiences you have. But does that mean you have more knowledge? How I view knowledge and how I view intellect is specialized in a specific field, right? So I know more about skateboarding than a doctor, right? But does that mean I am smarter than a doctor? Does that doctor knows more about human anatomy than me? Does that mean a doctor is smarter than me? No. You see, we have different knowledge. We don't have more knowledge. We have different knowledge. You don't know more than me. You know differently than me. But the problem with the older generation is that they think, oh, as I get older, smartness just comes to me. Intellect just comes to me. A lot of y'all don't do things that are mentally challenging. But since you older, you just automatically smart. You just automatically got it. You don't read books. You don't watch lectures. You don't do anything. You don't do any studies. You don't do anything that actually expands your knowledge. But it's like, and I'm not saying all old people, I'm just saying most. You don't do anything that expands your knowledge, but automatically you know more than somebody who is in their 20s and their 30s. I use this example, right? You could spend 50 years in a box, or you can spend 10 years in nature, in the field, in more, it's different experiences. A lot of people stay in the same place that they were born since they were like a kid. You know what I mean? A lot of people stay in the same place that they were since they were a kid. Literally the same exact area. But so if you stand in the same exact area, how are you gonna say that you know more than somebody who has actually traveled the world? But let's say they're like 18 or something, but they've traveled the world though. So it's different knowledge. It's not you know more automatically because you're older. You got to get that out of your head. That the old way is automatically the best way. I mean, let's just say college, for example. So college, for example, a lot of old people think, oh, if you're not going to college, you're screwed. I don't know what you're gonna do. You're just gonna, oh my God, you're just gonna be broke and on the street and homeless. So we live in a generation right now where you don't need college. If you want to go there and you have a specific destination, you do that. That's not what this video is about. But you know, it's always, oh, the old ways is the best ways. This way is the best ways. Oh, the world was better without phones. The world was better without this. The world was better without that. You know what I'm saying? You know, touching on the phone thing. Yeah, the world had, you know, it was different. Ain't nothing really better. It's different. You know, it's all about plurality. Like, oh, the world was better without phones. Everybody on their phone. Well, I'm not on my phone 24/7. You know what I'm saying? And if I am on my phone, I'm trying to do intellectual properties. I'm trying to learn something. So it's all about what you do unique to the individual, right? So just because something is older doesn't mean it's better. And to wrap this video up, my final point is that y'all fall into the agendas way too easily. Way too easily. CNN says something like, dinosaurs are coming tomorrow. And people be like, bro, you know. Old people be like, did you know the dinosaurs are coming tomorrow? Y'all listen to whatever the news says, whatever the president says, whatever Facebook says. Y'all just jump into the deep water. Y'all just jump into it. Y'all just listen to it. And this is a problem with people in general, but it's really tough with the older generation, because the older generation, they are stuck in their ways. They're stuck in whether their ways are more religious, whether their ways are more agenda based, you know, science, math, whatever they learned. It's like they cut off. As soon as you turn like 40, you just cut all your knowledge off. You just don't listen to nothing and listen to nobody. You feel me? So it's like when somebody on the TV who talks nice and talks dapper and they're in a suit and they say, hey, you should really do this, or you should do this. Older people automatically fall into the agendas. And I'm just like, how do you not realize this is an agenda? But y'all got to do a little bit more research, okay? We got the phone, we got the internet, we got a couple of sources. We got a couple of sources. Just because CNN says it, just because Fox News says it, doesn't mean it's true. You got to realize that the news companies, everything you see on TV is owned by like 7 companies, bro. Most of it is owned by Viacom. You know what I'm saying? So it's control opposition. It's control everything. They control what they are saying on the news. You think the news anchor just comes up with this stuff on his own? No, they get a whole ass script. They say this, and then they like, let me say it. So I stay away from the news, period, point blank, and do your own research, do your own investigation in certain things and certain topics. We got this saying that it's like, oh, things that we see on the internet, you can't trust nothing you see on the internet. Yeah, that's true, but you can't trust nothing you see on TV too. At the end of the day, if you're a human being, you have an agenda. Everybody has a certain agenda. I have an agenda with this video. You know, everybody has an agenda. An agenda is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a plan, purpose, or goal. But when that agenda is negative, I feel that the older generation falls into the trap automatically, because they just think that this person has my best interest in mind. The news ain't the same news as it was in the 90s. The news ain't the same news as it was in the 80s. The news ain't the same news as it was in the older times, you know, 40s, whatever. I don't know how old niggas this point is, bro. Y'all gotta stop falling into the agendas, man. You gotta really realize that, you know, we live in a world where they kind of don't care about us. They kind of want to kill us, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna get into that. Really hope y'all resonated with the words I spoke on today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Please tell me what you thought about the video. See y'all in the next one. Peace out.